Welcome to Social Cognitive Theory Report with Sue, hence the name Social Cognitive Theory. So let's dive in. What's the origin story? Started as social learning theory by Albert Bandura in 1960s, and it changed to social cognitive theory in 1980s by Albert Bandura. And some say it's a criticism of behaviorism and cognitivism, but I say it's a love child. Bandura took the good bits of behaviorism and cognitivism and added his own flavor, which in this case is the environmental factor. So let's dive in. What are the three main concepts? Is observational learning, triadic reciprocal determinism, and self-efficacy. So first, observational learning. It could be direct or indirect. So direct will be, for me, falling downstairs, to know that falling downstairs will hurt. I don't need to fall down twice. Indirect learning is watching somebody, somebody watch me fall down the stairs. That person will be like, okay, falling downstairs will hurt you. And I also have a really funny video of an example of indirect learning. Let's watch. That was a cute example of indirect learning. The dog didn't need to chew to know that it could kill him because he saw. So what are the four processes of learning? Number 1, attention. Number 2, retention. Have to remember. Number 3, motor reproduction. Need to be able to imitate, copy, and reproduce. And number 4, motivation. There needs to be some type of positive reinforcement of some sort. So what are the second concept of social cognitive theory? Is triadic reciprocal determinism, sometimes referred as TRD or triadic reciprocal causation. Triadic means there are three things, and reciprocal, these three things equally have exchange and get informations with each other to determine a behavior or learning. So behavior factors are like your choices and actions, and individual or cognitive factors are knowledge, expectations, and attitude that you have. Social or environmental factors are your physical home, school, work, such, and the instructions and the feedback you get from those places. So last concept, which I feel like this is one of the most important things as an educator and learners, self-efficacy is one's belief in oneself, the ability to learn. So this is a perceived ability to learn, which is quite important because this is a huge part of self-esteem and self-system. So according to Bandura, self-efficacy is part of self-system that is comprised of person's attitudes, abilities, and cognitive skills. This affects how we see and act in different situations. So what are the criticism and benefits of this theory? It uses modeling as a learning tool, so we can use media such as slides, movies, and such, which is quite effective learning tool. And it also focuses a lot on increased self-efficacy. The criticism is that it ignores systemic repression, implicit biases, and also it ignores the fact that not all behavior is learned. So what is my role as an educator? I think based on this theory, I think my first role is being their number one cheerleader, giving them motivation and being their positive role model and creating a positive, fun, safe learning environment so they can thrive. And what is my role as a learner? I need to focus on building my self-efficacy and picking the right positive role model that is appropriate for my success. This concludes my social cognitive theory report. Thank you so much. Here are the references.